Hey everyone, and welcome to the Wide World of Wrestling podcast. We are here for our WWE NXT live reaction. Haven't been here in some time. Should be a good show tonight. NXT's been really good the past few weeks, so hopefully it's no different. We've not been live for I think 2 weeks ago for SmackDown. We should be back consistently making some more vlogs and stuff. I will be joined by momentarily two people. But yeah, tonight's NXT should be a good show. Stephanie Valkyria is defending both of her belts tonight. She is defending her North American Championship and her NXT Women's Championship. If you guys do not know, she's a double champion now. There we go. Yeah, I can hear you.
You like my avatar?
Yeah, I've seen that. I'm just talking about Stephanie Valkyria.
Yeah. It's a big night for her, man. This hadn't happened since you remember SummerSlam 2020 when Asuka fought Bailey and Sasha the same night?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
When is my championship rematch? Looking to reassert her influence.
I see people online saying she's gonna drop one of the belts, but I don't see it this soon. I don't know. I feel like Shawn Michaels wanted to go into Stand and Deliver as a double champ, but she may drop one of the belts. But if she does drop a belt, it'll be the North American title. Be the first one she drops. But
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Sorry for my tardiness.
there he is, Mr. Jacobs. Mr. Jacobs, I was just telling Connor, I'm letting y'all know my bias with my avatar here.
I see.
I don't know what's going on with.
I actually want to see Stephanie retain both titles tonight. That'll be history making. I want to see some history making going on tonight.
Yes, I mean they let her make so much history since, since the Royal Rumble, right? Because she was the first. She was the first South American born wrestler to be in a Royal Rumble.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yep. And then she made history being the first South American born champion and she's the first women's singles double champion. I think Keith Lee was it before her, but she's the first woman.
Yeah, it was Keith Lee.
Yeah.
I don't get this. See, my background's working fine without the green screen filter, but without without it, it works. But with it, it just freezes up on me. I don't know. I hate this app. I'm so used to the StreamYard that we used to use.
That was a lot more easier for us.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to it. Even though
You'll sacrifice those pennies.
After WrestleMania, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go back to it. So gotta stick with this for a month.
Man, so the North American title is the main event. So I think I don't know they got to give her a break, right? You can't wrestle. You gonna wrestle two matches. You got to wrestle the opening and the close.
That's pretty dope, though. She has the opener in the main event. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna work in the story of her, basically like her going through everybody in NXT, but eventually it's gonna get to her having both belts. Then I think she'll lose one at a time. I don't think she'll lose both in one night.
Right.
I think the person that beat her for the North American should be Zarya.
Agreed.
I mean, they got Soruka. She should have been the first North American champion, but Zarya, I think she's gonna go a long ways. Or they could do one of these other women. Like, I really don't think anybody should beat her. But realistically, I could see Zarya beating both Julia and Stephanie Valkyria. Or Jordan
That's
Grace.
believable.
Yeah, Jordan Grace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to your point, it's believable for And then you want to keep you kind of want to keep Zarya hot, right? Because she was a big free agent. You don't want to, kind of have her in the background and she kind of loses her aura, that she came in with.
Right.
They've
Yeah.
been having her and Saruka team up. If they would have they never should have had Bianca and Naomi retain. Metaphor should have won.
Yes.
Brought titles back. Because then Saruka and Zarya could have went for those titles. Because it seems like there's more women's tag teams in NXT than the main roster.
I've noticed that too. Yeah.
There's
Yep.
see, they could do Julia and Stephanie if they wanted to. Metaphor, they got Saruka and Zarya. Who was it? Kendall Gray and Carly Bright. Who that was
Mhm.
their names. Uh, they got Tatum Paxley and is it Gigi Dolan? They're teaming up. I think it's Gigi Dolan, Shotzi, and Tatum. Yeah, it's all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I should just do away with the women's tag titles. I mean,
It is so like
no one cares.
they just can't make it mean anything, man.
It feels like any promotion that's tried it, it's never like TNA has the TNA knockout women's tag titles, and
Mhm.
it just doesn't work. But TNA has a problem with the only titles that they can book good is the World X Division Women's Knockout tag, and that's it. They've never been able to create a secondary title.
And that's the crazy thing because they have the talent for it.
Like they did the Grand Slam champion one time, then the Legends Championship that Hulk Hogan created, and then Digital Media Championship, and like they went through so many titles. But I think if they would have moved the titles to NXT, it might could have saved those tag titles a little bit. And maybe you could bring them back in a few years to the main roster. Because NXT could do something with them. And look at all the women in that picture right there that they've got. Golly.
Yeah.
All the women, the only tag teams in the main roster is Liv and Raquel, Katana Chance, and Kaden Carter. And that's it. Because Bianca and Naomi's not a team anymore. Or at
Right.
least I don't think they're going to be a team.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that was a good move.
Yeah. I tell you, man, Stephanie, it's crazy how she got over, man. Like, I tried to go back. I think when she had that match with was it JC Jane? Like, it was like leading up to Vengeance Day.
Yeah.
And how
Yeah.
the performance center was just chanting her name throughout the entire match, man. She just been on this just since then, man. She's just been over, man. With everybody been cheering for her, and
It's very organic. It's not manufactured.
very
That's the
organic.
best
Yeah,
part.
it's not forced. It's like people just organically start cheering for her.
Right. The people literally got her over.
I think when Stephanie comes to the main roster, they should do her like they did Paige. And Paige's, or Saraya, whatever her name is now. First night she was on the main roster, she beat AJ Lee for the Divas Championship.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think they should do the same thing with Stephanie. But probably with one of the mid-card titles. Have her win the Intercontinental. Or you could have her go for the Women's Championship or the Women's World Championship. I mean, she can be any kind of champion you want her to be.
Yeah.
I think her first night on the main roster, she should just take it.
Right.
Probably Raw after Mania in New Orleans next year. That's when I would do it. But I don't know. They might call her up sooner. I don't know.
That's what all like these rumors going around, because it's like I saw some stuff where they were saying like, oh, they made a double champion because Triple H is about to call her up after Mania, and they wanted to get her some belts before she left, and because we're trying to figure out this whole Julia situation, man. Like, she seems fine.
Yeah, she was at one of the NXT house shows they do in Florida. She was at one of them.
Yeah.
Her and Cora Jade, I think, did something. Maybe she's just making an appearance. I don't know. Same with Jamie Hayter. I mean, I don't know where she went.
Right.
I don't know if she's on planet Earth anymore.
She's not injured, is she? I mean, she came back.
No, Yeah,
She,
she.
when
Where is she?
when she comes back, they should say from parts unknown. We haven't seen her in
I like
Yarmouth
that. That's actually a really good idea.
because I don't know. Because she said on Instagram that she has no visa issues, so that's I can't use that as an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We got a few comments. Sean Lee, thanks for watching. Long time. Yeah, the last time we were on was for SmackDown. I was at Chris's house. That was an adventure, to say the least. Uh, what channel's NXT? The CW. Sean, CW.
Mm-hmm.
Doxton Hill, thanks for watching. I don't think we've seen you on here before. Stephanie is more over than Julia, to be honest. I've said that before. It
Yeah,
feels,
kind of. Yeah, you was. I saw you say that like a while back. Yeah.
it feels like that she's gotten over a little bit more. Uh, she cut her promo, I think, last Tuesday, and her English isn't there, but she actually did pretty good for what she did last week. She got on the mic and opened the show last week, I think. Uh, Julia is
Mhm.
getting better too, but like crowd reaction and popularity, I think she's doing really good.
Yeah. Kind of. You know what I think? I think with Julia, you know how Stephanie has like, and Mr. Jacobs, like she has like 3 or 4 moves in her move set that's like crowd engaging.
Yeah,
And I think
Yeah.
there's something Julia needs because she kind of like right now, from what I'm seeing, Julia, she just goes out there and wrestles. She doesn't really entertain like Stephanie's like entertaining more now. And I
Mm-hmm.
think I
Like
think that'll
not
help her
not
get over.
like she needs more of a personality.
Yes. Yeah.
I know a lot of people say that about Lyra Valkyria, but if anyone would watch her past NXT stuff, she had a personality.
She did. Yep.
Uh,
She did.
on the main roster, they haven't really put her in a feud. Like she's been in like matches and like little mini feuds, but not in a like go back and watch Lyra Valkyria and Roxanne. She had a personality. That's the perfect feud you can go back to, and she cut good promos. But I think the crowd is slowly getting behind Lyra Valkyria the more she's on TV. Like during her entrance, she does like the what is the thing that she does? The
That little woo, like
yeah,
woo. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
here recently, I don't know if it's because of the international crowds, but here recently they've been getting into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Uh, fans of, I think she's going to be she's like the workhorse woman of Raw because the past several weeks she's defended the Intercontinental Women's Championship pretty much every
Mm-hmm.
like the last 3 weeks
Yeah.
uh,
Killing it.
against
Hmm.
different women too, not Meechin over and over and over again. But
Yeah. As cute as she is, I mean, come on.
At
I
least
know,
Chelsea
right?
Green did go against Saruka last week on NXT. That was a pretty good match.
Yeah.
But I hope Saruka's okay because she kind of looked like she may have tore something. I don't know
Ooh.
because some wrestlers are very good at selling, but the way I don't know how you could sell that because it really looked like that she had did something. Ooh,
I
Okay.
that
hope not.
I hope not, man. I
was,
selfishly wanted to be okay because I just paid for a photo op with her.
yeah.
Mr.
I
Jacobs,
agree.
I literally just bought a photo.
Hopefully she's okay.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
I knew she. I think she tore her ACL
she
like,
did.
like a year or two ago.
Yeah, it was
Oh, yeah.
Blair in
Yeah.
the match with Blair.
Now this is Stephanie's most famous move right here.
Yes, and Booker T. Booker T helped get this move over, man.
Charlotte cannot
Uh,
do it.
Charlotte's like a robot, dude. Like
Yeah,
I gotta agree with you on that one though, dude. It's like she's kind of, I don't know, like she needs to be more, I guess, loose with it and more, I guess, fluent.
oh,
I guess that's the word to use.
yeah, but see,
A
it's Mr.
fluid.
Jacobs, you're right. It's moves like this that got Stephanie over though, because like it engages the crowd. They get behind her. They cheer for her.
she can do a lot of
Booker.
moves. Like if I
Yeah,
were to look at her, some moves that she does, a woman like her shouldn't be able to do.
yeah.
It doesn't hurt that she has a cute ass to boot. So
Oh, that was a good transition.
But no, to what Connor said
Oh,
earlier, I got that's when I started, Mr. Jacobs. That's when I started watching NXT religiously. When it was right at around Vengeance Day when the feud with Roxanne, Lyra, and
yeah,
yeah, that's when I started
Lola
watching.
Vice. I think Lola Vice had won some kind of contract or something.
Yeah, that's when I started watching it back.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're not LeBron. I guess she's the better than Jordan Grace. Yeah, remember last week? I forgot about that. She did a Jordan Grace.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna regret doing that, Jordan Grace.
Yep. Booker T is so funny,
Oh, that
dude.
was a good transition. One,
The
two.
Booker T is a treasure, man. Protect
Did
him at
you
all costs.
did you see the Brooklyn, or I guess the Manhattan crowd cheering for him when Stephanie did her
Yeah.
moves, and it was like Booker T.
Yep. See, I
Yeah,
mean, see, that's what I'm saying. He's gonna always have love in the when it comes down to wrestling fans. He's gonna always have love.
Yeah.
that was a pretty good
I
first
love
match.
when it comes out. And they during the song, will they say Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
Oh yeah.
That shit is awesome. I love it.
All right, that was a
Sure.
pretty good first match. I'll tell you
That
Yeah,
that.
that
was
was
great.
good.
And the
I
crowd
see
was
they had to
into
make
it.
it kind of a quick, not like well, it was kind of a long match, but it was about what 14, 13 minutes.
Yeah, it was
So
a pretty good
Yeah,
time.
the show started
yeah,
at
for
7,
TV.
at least 7, 8 minutes.
Right, because they had to do ring entrances and announcing, yeah. So
Wait, who was this? Fallon Henley. I'm guessing this will be our main event tonight. Fallon Henley and Stephanie.
yeah,
It's probably a good idea not to make the first match a little too, not to make it too long since
too long, right? Yeah,
Yep,
doing double duty tonight. So,
that's
hmm
true. She
and I'm
oh,
telling,
retains her first title.
yeah, she did.
I actually really like Fatal Influence. They've kind of grown on me.
Yeah, they had Fallon Henley, man. The best thing Shawn Michaels did for her was turn her heel, man. That was a
I
that
believe
was the right move.
I didn't watch on TV, but based off the video game, she was a manager for Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Uh, kind of like a cowgirl gimmick. I think her and
Yeah.
Tiffany went against each other. Uh,
Yep. Hey, Carter, I just noticed something. You see how they kind of protecting Jada, right? Because I think when Stephanie beat her to get to the Iron Survivor last year, Lola Vice interfered in the match. So Stephanie
Right.
really hasn't beaten her clean yet. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Um,
Jada Parker is more. If you would have asked me who's the female version of The Rock on NXT, it's probably Jada Parker. But
mhm.
I wonder if Ava's ever going to wrestle. I've always wondered that
I know, right?
because one referee in NXT is fixing to be transitioning to a wrestler. Uh, I forget what her name was. I think Jessica Carr.
Yeah, Jessica Carr went back to wrestling.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Her
there's
name,
quite a few of them. Like the ring announcers, some other people. Like they're actually training to be wrestlers, but they have them in different roles to, I guess, like pay their dues and stuff. That's
yep.
what I did.
Well, guys, you know what this means? If Fallon Henley got the upper hand, that means she's losing late in the night.
I mean, you never know.
You never know, right? But that's normally the wrestler formula. But let's see if it holds true. So it's
Oh
Trick.
God.
It's Trick about to be a heel. What's going on, Mr. Jacobs?
I kind of
I
think
don't
that
know, but does this man have to use the whole damn bottle of baby oil?
I kind of think I kind of think that
Does he have to be the shiniest brother in the room?
I kind of think that he's the leader of this new group. Because I just notice how every time that he's out there, they just like every time Trick's out there, they just stand. They don't do anything.
That would be a
Yeah.
great turn at Stand and Deliver. If they do it, I wouldn't wait to reveal it until Stand and Deliver.
Now, if they
Trick's a
do
good
that,
heel too.
Yeah,
Trick's probably not going to the main roster.
true.
Because it would mean that whole group should not be called up. Nobody would give a damn. But on NXT, maybe.
It's true. It's true.
It was interesting. Look at Stephanie and CM Punk.
Yeah.
For all these years, looking back on it.
So we gotta get Stephanie and Jordan at Stand and Deliver, right? I mean, that's like the only match she should be making, unless Julia wants to challenge her. But
She can come back at any. I mean, they could make a triple threat. I mean, Stephanie, Julia, Jordan Grace.
yeah,
if Julius is
Alright.
actually injured, it will probably just be Stephanie and Jordan Grace.
which is still that's
Yeah.
almost
That's
like
the
the
ideal
dream
match. I mean,
Yeah.
As of right now, that's probably where they're going. Because if it wasn't for Jada Parker, last week they kind of teased it. Jordan Grace came out and kind of was going to confront her, but then Jada Parker attacked her, and then we didn't get to hear what she said.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jordan Grace will probably go against Jada Parker next week. She'll get her out of the way, and then probably try.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be a dream match because PWI ranked them like both like Stephanie and Jordan like in the top 5 last year. So that's like a marquee matchup, man. 'Cause I think Jordan was number 2 behind Tony Storm. I think Stephanie was like number 5. I think it was like Tony, Jordan, Rhea. I think it was like a wrestler from Stardom, and then it was Stephanie.
Yeah. Jason, what do you guys think of last week's inning with Chris Over and Evans? The match of Trick Williams and Eddie Thorpe, I didn't care for it.
Yeah, that was.
It wasn't even a match.
I agree. Yeah.
It only lasts like 2 or 3 minutes. I guess that puts over Trick more. But I've never liked the underground matches. I've just never liked them.
Yeah.
Now, if you're gonna do that, put like Matt Riddle and Bobby Lashley in there, and let them actually go at it. Like, I would hate to say it, but Brawl for All, it was really stupid. It was really
Yeah,
stupid.
that was like a big faux
Now,
pas.
in one way, it's entertaining because they're actually fighting, but in another way, someone got paralyzed over that. And they've never walked since. But in a way, because like I would like to see Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley like actually go at it in the ring, like that'd be pretty interesting. But,
Yeah, put him in a cage.
But they're trying to do it in a scripted way. Doing a scripted shoot fight is just hard to do.
Yeah, that's true. Because do you remember that last time they wrestled? All it was Brock doing like 18 suplexes, and Roman came out there interfering in the match, and Paul turned on Brock. That was like WrestleMania 30. What was that? 37?
Yes,
I think that was 37. I think so.
But the ending itself, I thought the ending was good of Trick, Oba, and Evans. Because first, Trick won the match, Oba came out. Then Evans just came out of nowhere. I didn't see. It kind of feels like they're doing a triple threat for Stand and Deliver, and I think for the men's division, this is a big match. We haven't got this big of a match for the men's division on a PLE probably since Heatwave.
Yeah.
When they had Trick, Ethan Page, Sean Spears, and Javon Evans.
Yep. Yeah.
But this is this is what the NXT men's division should be doing more. Trick, Oba, and Evans, Evans is probably the up and coming. Oba's the future, and Trick is the future Jey Uso, I guess. The future. I'll put Trick Williams a little bit over Jey Uso because Trick can do a little bit more in the ring.
Yeah.
But I thought the ending was very good, very chaotic. If you put the song "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor" to that brawl, it'd go perfectly well together.
You know what? You're probably not off on that one. They probably go well.
What did you guys think about it?
Oh, you talking about the ending?
Yeah, to last week's Trick, Oba, and Evans thing.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it made up for the match, right? Because I like you said, I didn't care too much for. I don't know. I know they're trying Mr. Jacobs with Eddie Thorpe, but he don't know. He needs a little bit more development. But
I gotta agree with you on that one. I mean, the character is there, but I think I don't know, for some reason it's like I can't. And the thing is, a lot of fans are the same way. I can't grasp onto it. It's not believable to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be something more to it. You know,
Yeah.
but I mean, I feel like when you can end the show, on a brawl, that's always a good time to me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought if you're going to end the show with a brawl, that's the kind of brawl you should want to end with.
Yes.
Absolute chaos. Like everybody was in the ring, separating them. all these other people from the match or whatever.
I
And then,
love it.
like out of nowhere, Javon just, I guess you would call it a cutter that he does. Like he just cuttered Oba out of nowhere. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I liked how they left Evans and Trick standing tall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that was a very good ending. I'm really invested to see where they go with that. Trick, I think Trick Oba and Evans could be a really good match.
Yeah, I think it's pretty apparent who's going to be taking the pin. Evans is probably going to be taking pin if it turned out to do a triple threat. You know.
White noise, or are you able to use that as motivation? It's a
Yeah.
little bit of both. Okay. I think it's funny because
Hey,
Yeah.
I want y'all's take on this. Like, I guess Cora Jade won a TNA belt, and it's like, do you think it's only fair that at some point somebody from TNA need to win an NXT belt? I don't know which one it'll be, but
That's a good point.
Yeah, I
because
think
because Connor, people gonna get on the internet. Oh, this is an unfair partnership. WWE's just sucking the life out of TNA. Just to avoid that narrative. You know what I mean?
they had the Hardys beat Praxium, their NXT. Well, technically the Hardys are kind of already in I won't say in WWE, but they've been there they've been in and out of WWE for years.
Yeah.
But they did have what's his name? Was Zachary Wetz? He beat not Zachary Wetz. Yeah, it was Zachary Wetz.
Yeah, it was Zach. He beat Wesley.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else? I feel like there's some more.
I wear scars.
I know they've sent some people from NXT to TNA, and TNA talent has beaten NXT talent.
Yeah, Wendy Cho. They sent Wendy there, and I forgot who the other girl was.
They should keep her there.
Relax.
I done forgot about Ricky Saints, man. I'm looking at this interview. So he needs to be involved in some kind of title picture for Stand and Deliver, some kind of big match going in Stand and Deliver.
They've been teasing this for 3 weeks now. Like little hints of Ricky Starks and Sean Spears.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks is going to win he's going to win the North American Championship at Stand and Deliver.
I thought, no.
Sean
I
Spears.
think he has to. I think right, Connor, because I think Sean Spears needs to be like a transitional champion. Because
that's what I think he's going to be. He's going to be
all the advice that I've given you.
He just took it basically to put it on, which that's fine. It's good that Sean Spears he finally won a belt.
Mm-hmm.
I think he deserves that.
Yeah, I do.
Even if this is a short run, I mean.
And everywhere you go, all you do is create a nice long.
Yep. It kind of reminds me what Shawn Michaels did for Ridge Holland, right? Because remember him and he won that tag championship.
You don't understand.
They beat Fraxium because he had never held gold, and I think Fraxium beat him like 3 weeks later.
Yeah. That's actually a good point, though. I haven't even thought about that. Damn.
Because everybody was like, "Damn, they had the belt like 2 or 3 weeks."
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, they gotta have this match of Stand and Deliver and let Ricky win this one. Maybe you think they could make it like a 2-match feud? Maybe they have Sean beat him one. I don't know if you want Ricky to lose this early, but maybe he doesn't lose. Maybe he loses with interference or maybe like a DQ finish, and then he actually beats him at Stand and Deliver.
It's possible. Get more mileage out of it.
Yeah. People give him a hard time because he's like, I think he's like mid-40s at NXT, but I mean, he doesn't look it. I mean, most wrestlers are like when you think about it, like Roman, the Usos, they are all about to hit 40 either this year or next year. LA Knights 40.
Oh, that was a good segment. That was good.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear what Sean Spears said?
It's almost time for y'all's match.
Yeah.
He said if it doesn't work out, you could always go back to right. You burned all those bridges. That was a good line.
That was really good.
No, that was a good sit. Like that was a good sit-down interview. Now let's put him in the ring and do a promo, like a promo battle. I guess you'd say.
Right.
Yeah. I see WWE leaning towards this like cinematic backstage stuff, which is pretty cool. They kind of did it with like I guess the first time they did it was with like Roman and Cody,
Yeah.
right before Bad Blood, I believe. Yeah.
That was a good, like that kind of sit down interview. Like I want to like it's kind of like Punk and Rollins. Like everybody wants to hear what they're gonna say. It's one of those types.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're talking and everything that they're saying is just so investing. That was good. But Sean Spears he's always been a good talker.
Yep.
Even in AEW, if you go back to it was in 2019, early AEW, but his feud with Cody Rhodes, he had a lot of good like promos and stuff leading up to that match. He's a very good heel and a good talker.
Yeah.
Yep. Man,
Oh,
Ethan Page and Mr. Chase just sitting in the. I didn't
there's Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah.
You remember they were rumored to come to NXT last year.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody poo-pooed on it. It's like, okay, let's bring it to SmackDown.
Right.
But I think it worked out for the best because, well, the reason that Motor City Machine Guns went to the main roster was because of Tony Khan.
True.
That was supposed to be Lucha Bros winning,
Yeah.
but now it's all worked out because Phoenix is he's signed with WWE now. But I think it's better that Motor City Machine Guns start on the main roster anyways. I mean, they can still make appearances on NXT at any given time,
Right.
but they deserve to be on that big stage. After
Yeah.
all these years being one of the best tag teams in the world and never being on the biggest stage, it's kind of cool to see that they're finally being recognized on a bigger stage.
I agree.
I agree.
I've always liked Motor City Machine Guns. They've always, and mainly TNA, like that's where I first found them, Motor City.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they just.
Shout out to Alex Shelley, by the way. We got the interview on the All Elite Zone.
Yeah, that's one interview.
That's what's up.
Yes, one interview that I'll always be proud of. That one and the Buddy Matthews, those two interviews. I'm most proud of that. Well, I can't leave out Kevin Von Erich because he's our most viewed interview ever. So
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's like at 2,000 views. I could be wrong.
Man, that's pretty good. So is that the father of like the Von Erichs that's the champions in Ring of Honor?
Yeah,
He's he's the father. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, he's the father? Okay.
and we also got his sons on here too. The current, I think they're the ROH 6-man champions with Dustin Rhodes.
They are. I was at the collision when they won it. You know, they had their residency in Texas.
Yeah.
That was a cool moment, man.
I want to try to get Lacey Von Erich. If anyone doesn't know who she is, she was in TNA a little bit, but then she stopped wrestling. I don't know if that's Kevin Von Erich's daughter, but her last name is Von Erich, so she's kin to the Von Erich somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Hank and Tank got the Public Enemy cosplay going tonight.
Yeah, every week I see them. That's what I get from them. Public Enemy.
Yep.
If they would just do that table spot, because Public Enemy would always do that table spot, and WCW mainly, but it wasn't a normal table. It was one of those wooden tables. I think they should that should be their stick, like doing like bring. I don't know where you get those tables from. Like they're kind of like Japanese tables in a way.
Oh, those are thick.
Like you know those tables WCW used to have. Like they weren't just like normal tables you use in the match. Those kinds of tables hurt, especially the ones in Japan. Like, well, I think the current announced table on Raw and SmackDown it could probably survive a nuke at this point.
That's a sturdy mother right there.
I mean, Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman proved that, right?
Yep,
the only
it wasn't
person,
going anywhere.
maybe Bronson Reed could break it.
Maybe.
That's possible.
I feel like Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu kind of try to copy Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed in a way. But Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman, they had a really good feud for like two big guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, when Bronson Reed gets back, they do. I feel like that they had some pretty big plans for him going into Mania, but
Yeah.
well, he
did.
sacrificed. It was when people think about Survivor Series 2024, they're going to think about his spot. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he even knew that it was going to happen. That he was probably going to get injured doing it. But
Yep. That's a testament to him, man, because he could have been like, you know what, I got this push. I want to play it safe. You know.
Yeah.
because like he knew, like he said it in an interview, like that he knew he was going to be injured if he did that spot. But
Mm.
because a guy like
See,
him
that's
is not a guy like him is not supposed to do moves like that.
yeah. And so that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Like it wasn't even necessary, but I think the only reason he did that was to please us, was to
He,
please the
he,
fans.
he
That was the only
created
reason why he did it.
he
Yeah.
created a moment that
And
he'll always be part of.
I think to Connor's point, Mr. Jenkins, he wanted to have his Rikishi moment, right? Because before he did that,
Yeah.
everybody remember when Rikishi Jones did that spot off the
And like he's in
off
the
the
ring
Rikishi
with,
cage.
moment. I like that.
and
Yeah.
like he's in the ring with Punk and Roman, like probably two people that he's watched for years.
Yeah.
True.
And he's in the match with them. So if you want to stick out, I mean, no pain, no gain. I guess that's the way you have to go out.
That's true.
But I kind of like Bronson Reed and Jacob Fatu as a tag team.
Oh yeah.
It kind of
Oh,
reminded me of the Natural Disasters a little bit.
Oh yeah,
hmm
they'll do some damage for real. I'd love to see that.
Could you imagine an over the moonsault followed up by a tsunami, man, as a finisher?
Yeah,
That'd be insane, bro.
Or what about this, was Jacob? A pop up, that pop up, what they call it, the Samoan drop that Fatu does,
Yeah.
and then Bronson goes up on top and finishes off with a tsunami.
yeah, that would be a
That's
good one.
perfect.
That'd be
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a tag team that they could do if they really wanted to. But I feel like that they probably have plans for Jacob as a single star. But I think Bronson Reed's probably going to be out for a good while.
Yeah, he posted on Instagram, kind of. He's still in a foot brace, man.
Yeah,
And that's been like what, 5-6 months ago almost.
yeah, he hasn't done anything right.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy's his size. I mean, I guess injury. I don't know.
He had a setback. I think I got to go back to his tweets. I think he had a setback in his recovery process
Hmm.
that was forcing him out, a little longer than what he was anticipating. So,
Damn, that sucks, man.
Oh, Suicidio. Oh, damn, damn, that was pretty good.
so what do y'all think about? I know this is probably not a popular opinion, but I don't know, man. I was so against Charlotte winning at WrestleMania, but I don't. It's something. I don't know if it's how Tiffany's being booked right now, but I don't get that same pop from the crowd that when she first won it. I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm not saying Charlotte should win, but I wouldn't be as upset as I would have been because I don't know. I think Tiffany needs another chance to build herself back up and get like a second run at it. I don't know. What y'all feel? How y'all feel about that?
Uh, I think that Tiffany's better as a heel.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
in this feud, it's no way possible you can make Charlotte the babyface. The
yeah.
fans are just not going to have it. I mean,
Yeah,
I
Mhm.
think
that's true.
She
I think
tried. She
I think they
tried.
tried to do it. I think
They
they
tried.
attempted it, but it just was not going to happen.
Yeah,
It probably would have been best for Charlotte not to win the Royal Rumble.
true.
That
Mm,
probably would have been best. And because Tiffany's a better heel than a babyface. Certain
true.
characters are
Yeah.
better as MJF heel, always heel. Uh, Tiffany always heel.
Yeah.
Uh, Damian Priest, he could do either one, I guess. But certain people are just destined for one role. I think a heel kind of fits her more.
hmm
Yeah.
I think she's still getting the same crowd reactions, but the feud is just not. It's not what I expected it to be. Uh,
Mm.
but just by this last Friday, I mean, and Charlotte, I hate to say it, but Charlotte kind of owned Tiffany in that sit down interview.
Yeah.
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 But I feel like that Charlotte didn't want to, like, she didn't really give Tiffany any time to get anything in. like every time she would talk, she would overtalk Tiffany,
Mm-hmm.
and not let her say anything. But I don't know.
And I think that via when she kept saying via cash in, I think that was off script, man. I think that was like
And then
heat of the moment.
You
Like
could be right about that. You
it's like,
could
come
be,
on,
because
Charlotte. I
like
mean,
what
like,
Tiffany
yeah.
should have said was kind of like how you cut in line over the years getting title opportunities.
yeah,
Oh, well, that's a
She
good
should have
point
said
too.
because she's gotten opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. I mean, she's gotten so many title shots. It's not even funny.
I
Uh,
agree. I mean, I personally feel like, I feel like the match itself, when it comes down to it, when the bell finally rings, this is probably going to be an awesome match.
I just hope
And
there's not.
I'm on the same boat. Like, I don't necessarily see anything wrong with her being the Royal Rumble winner, but it wouldn't have been my choice. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I'm not necessarily mad at it, but if it was up to me, it would have been somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, the build itself, I agree. I'm with you, Connor. It's like very lackluster. It's not the build to it is not as hot as I want it to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
The
but
fans
I feel
didn't.
like when it comes down to the match, it's probably going to be an awesome match. I mean, but the build is just not there for me either.
I
Hmm.
think it'll probably end up being one of the best women's matches of the year, most likely.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah.
but I just hope that there's no. I have a feeling there might. I really feel like some of the stuff Charlotte did was off script in that sit down interview. Uh,
yeah,
I just hope they don't shoot fight in the ring. Um, it
true.
wouldn't be good for either one of them if that
I agree.
happens.
I agree, Connor.
Because
And
it's happened before with Charlotte and Becky. I think. Um,
hmm
I believe it was reported that they got into a shouting match backstage, and I think it was when like Becky just threw the belt at her or like whatever. Uh, you have to go back, but like there was a report saying that they weren't friends anymore or whatever. But a lot of people don't like Charlotte.
yeah, I can see it. I mean, it's just I know sometimes, right, guys, because we I feel like we're wrestling experts, intelligent wrestling, fans and enthusiasts. I feel like sometimes it's hard to tell what's a work and then what's like, real. I don't know, man. I think some of that stuff Charlotte was saying was real, man. Like, I mean, it was slightly off script, and I think it frazzled Tiffany just a tad. I think you could tell she was like wasn't prepared for
Hmm.
a retort. You know what I mean?
But it's effective. It's very effective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, the one thing I do like about that Royal Rumble weekend or whatever is when I went to SmackDown the very next week, I felt like she was trying to get the fans behind her. Then she stopped and signed autographs, and I got to get her to sign something. So that was the only good part about it.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
but I was with me
Charlotte.
really nice.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she was nicer than a lot of other people. Like, I hate to say this, but LA Knight stopped, and he was probably one of the rudest wrestlers I've ever seen. Uh, and I've met him twice. I met him in I met him in TNA in 2019. He was nice. I met him as LA Knight, complete asshole. If that pardon my expression. Uh, but Charlotte, but Charlotte's the nice one, and I've always heard the heels are the nicest ones, and the
Yeah,
baby
Charlotte's a
faces
sweetheart.
are the most rude wrestlers you can ever meet. I've met John Moxley 3 times, and every single time he's one of the most stuck-up people you could ever meet. And I don't know if it's just every time I meet him on a bad day or what. Uh, I met Seth Rollins one time. He was a heel. I think it was like 2016 when he came back from his ACL tear. He was very very nice. Uh, I don't know, and I mean I know wrestlers have bad days like any other person.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean I've had one good experience, one bad experience with LA Knight, so maybe he was having a bad day. I don't know.
Yeah, I try to give him a benefit of that, right? Because I went to Connor knows this, Mr. Jacobs, but I went to what is it? Big Event New York. They do
Yeah,
it like every March, and um, November, and
Mm-hmm.
I met Mercedes, and I kind of felt the same way. Kind of like she was cool, but I think I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, man. 'Cause it was about 300 people she met, and I was like towards the end, and I think she was just trying to like get it over with.
Yeah.
So she wasn't as like interactive, which I was okay with, man. Because I'll try to put myself in them shoes, right? It's like, man, that's and and she didn't even have the longest line. It was like AJ Lee. She
Yeah.
was man. She had more. Her line was longer than Bret Hart. Everybody, man.
That
Wow.
makes sense, though.
And AJ Lee is like she's like the sweetest woman in the world, man. She like took her time with everybody that signed autographs and took pictures and everything. So, but to your point, kind of, I guess I was trying to get at. I think it's just it could be a bad day. It could be like maybe somebody ticked them off right before you met them. You just never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, there
Yeah.
was one time I was at. It was before they did World. It was originally WWE WrestleMania Access, and they rebranded it to World. But I remember meeting somebody, and it was Mark Henry. The person before me, they told Mark Henry, well, let's just say something that he wasn't happy with, and he wouldn't even take a picture with anybody else after they said that.
Mm.
I think they told. I can't remember what they told him, but I think they told him that just retire. As a now chanting that's one thing, but actually telling that to someone to their face,
Yeah, that's
I
that's
would not
Right.
want to. I would not want to mess with Mark Henry in person. Uh, he's called the world's strongest man for a
for a
reason.
reason.
I wouldn't want to. It was
That's
pretty
true.
bad. Mark. I always liked Mark Henry.
Yep.
So that's pretty sucky he did that, but he ruined it for everybody else because
Yeah,
nobody else got a picture because of him.
because I'm telling you, kind of that happens so often. It's like, guys, act like you've been there before. Just they're human. Just go
I'm
along
not,
with
Exactly.
I'm not
like
little kids.
don't mark out and go crazy, man. Like
That's the thing. It's always got to be one in the
it's
crowd. It's always got to be one that's got to just be putting themselves over or making an ass out of themselves. Or if you go to a live show, it's always one that gets way too drunk.
way too drunk. Yeah, yeah. And y'all, I don't know if y'all met her yet. I think Connor, you might have met her. Lita is another sweet woman,
Yeah, I
man.
remember it. Yeah.
Ah, she's a
She's
sweet,
awesome.
just an awesome woman, dude. Like super humble. Like I was trying to be nice because I was trying to I had to get over to Bret Hart's line because his line was like blowing up. And so I was trying to be short, because I was trying to respect. It was like she had a long line too, right? And so like she kind of stopped me and just like kind of like initiated a conversation. I was like, man, this is just awesome, man. Because I was just low key. So I was like, hey, nice to meet you. One of my favorite wrestlers, growing up, blah blah blah. But yeah, she kind of engaged in like a deeper conversation with me. And I was feeling bad, man, because people was like, dude, hurry up. But nah, she's really sweet woman. But I don't know, man. I just saw this Stephanie angle. So either she about to, you see the injury angle they're playing. So they either about to make her look super strong, or she about to lose this belt. Did y'all see that injury angle they just did with her? I think it's some
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
bro.
not sure where I'm not sure where they're leaning with that.
they fixed to
Yeah,
make her super Stephanie.
yeah. She might be. They might booking her as Super Stephanie,
Damn.
which is
Yeah,
cool, man.
I knew
I
that
think
was gonna come up.
what happened, Colin?
It finally came. Axing's in SmackDown. It's Gunther. It finally came out.
Oh,
Yep. They put on the trigger on that already.
No, that's a good transition. That was cool. They're doing an interview with Fraxium, and on the TV, Oba's walking to the arena. That's cool.
I like that. That is pretty cool.
nice.
I wonder if we're gonna get Fraxium and Motor City Machine Guns pretty soon, because Motor City Machine Guns was there tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a really good match if they did it.
Yeah. Mr. Jacobs, are you coming out to Vegas next month, or
It will be there in
Who, me?
spirit, I think.
he'll be there in spirit?
I wish.
What's his team? Who is he supposed to be going against tonight? I didn't know he was
I
on the
think
call.
oh boy, damn, forget his name.
Oh, Pretty
He
Deadly.
got the dreads.
Oh, Javon Evans. That's right. He just came
Yeah,
out.
I think they're going for doing it for the cup.
Javon Evans versus. I think Overton is about to make this match a DQ.
Oh yeah,
He
100%
does not look happy at all, man.
at all.
Because
Now, if I see a pissed off over Femi, I'm going the other direction. I don't know about you.
they showed him coming to the arena, and the match is starting now. So, and
Yeah.
Javon Evans did lay him out last week. So,
He did. Yeah,
uh,
over like he about business. What JR
For
used to
real.
say, business about to pick up.
For real though.
what do you guys think of? I read this. How's the show? It's been a pretty good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Stephanie's opening match was a good match. The Tank and Hank and the tag team match was a pretty good match. Right now it's Javon Evans and Lexus King. I don't know how much time this match is going to get because I think this will not be a. There's not going to be a finish this match.
I
But,
want Femi to come out there and destroy.
but overall, it's been pretty good. I'll say, yeah, I'll say it. I think NXT so far has been better than Raw from yesterday.
Connor, man, I didn't want to say nothing.
Controversial take.
Connor said out loud
I'm
what I
not
was
afraid
thinking
to.
in my head.
I'm not afraid to say. I'm not afraid to say anything. And then I go to this comment. I would tell her that. I honestly,
Connor wouldn't heartbeat. I know he would.
well, first I would give her the. Well, no, first I would tell her that she needs to retire, and then I'll tell her my proposal to make her better. And if my pitch doesn't work with Serena, I've said it a million times with Serena Deeb and all that. If
Yeah.
that doesn't work, maybe wrestling's just not for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, wrestling's not. If you can't learn with Dusty Rhodes and all these people that she's been trained by, it's not meant to be. I mean, maybe she's destined for another passion in life. I don't know.
I think it personally, for me at least, I think it's more about her having a lack of personality. Because I feel like she's talented. I think it's just lack of personality.
And she
She's just
has
kind
the
of like
look.
bland.
Yeah. And Mr. Jacobs, she has the look. Like she has a cool look about her. It just doesn't.
True.
She hadn't developed her character and her presentation, but she has the look. But she hadn't
Right.
developed everything that comes around it.
It's just her mic work is god awful. I mean, golly. That's a promo
You
showing
don't know
us
her, Connor. You don't know
this
her.
is not what to do in a promo. I mean, golly. I listened to that promo and I would be embarrassed if that was my promo.
I noticed she didn't do that submission. Remember that submission that turned into a meme on JY? It's like, yeah, that might not be a
Yeah.
submission you want to do when you're married to one of the wrestlers that work there.
Exactly.
Yeah, Raw. I thought Raw that was probably the worst Raw since they've been on Netflix. Honestly.
Yeah, it was not great.
I mean, there was some good stuff on the show. Don't get me wrong, but this time of year, it's WrestleMania season, so there needs to be a lot of excitement.
Right.
And
Yeah.
there's not a lot of excitement right now.
Yeah.
Stand and Deliver so far has got a lot of potential. I don't think it's going to be better than WrestleMania, but because I think like match wise, WrestleMania is going to be very good. It's just the build up to WrestleMania.
Right. It's like you said, kind of NXT is winning on excitement, right, Mr. Jacobs? Like it's excitement around NXT, even though Raw is telling probably better stories, more layered stories. NXT is just more exciting,
And like they're telling some pretty good stories as well. I remember that Ethan Page and Javon Evans. Like that was a very good story.
Yeah, that was a good story. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That was a very good story.
I mean, they got this triple threat. The men's triple threat looks exciting. The Stephanie and potential Jordan Grace match is exciting. The women's division is just it's been exciting for a long time.
Yeah,
not a long time. I say like it's been months, probably since Vengeance Day 2024.
I agree, Connor. Right, when the Roxanne, it's been
Yeah,
exciting since the Roxanne Lyra feud.
Right.
yeah.
Yep.
I only got back into WWE because of CM Punk, but he was on there for Deadline of 2023 at the end of the year, and then I kind of gave it a chance, and it was actually a really good show. So then I started watching NXT more, and I've become a weekly watcher of NXT. Um, yeah, the women's division has been on fire. The men's division has been a little lackluster, but Ova, Trick, and Javon Evans, that kind of boosts the men's division a little bit. Uh,
Yeah.
and then you got Ricky
Mhm.
Saints now a part of the roster. You've got Ethan Page. Um,
That'll be a good feud too, but I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they have Ricky Saints win the NA title, but Ethan Page and Ricky Saints will be a good like non-title feud, whichever way they decide to go with that, right? So
yeah, like there's a
True.
lot of good matches they could do.
yeah,
They got a lot of good tag teams. Frack seems really good. No Quarter Catch Crew. Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights is very good.
yep,
Who was that other team? I'm forgetting. Josh Briggs and who's that Japanese dude? He's very good.
oh, they don't have a name yet, but I know exactly what you're talking about. He
I
does
know you're
that like
talking about.
that crazy like diving.
Frog. I've
Frog.
never seen someone do a frog splash like that.
Yeah,
He does.
it's like he revs up at the top rope, like he's revving
Yeah.
himself up.
So like on all cylinders, NXT is really heating up, which you would think the main roster would as well, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Part of me thinks secretly Vince McMahon's doing some stuff. I don't know.
Hey
It
man,
just makes you wonder sometimes.
because it's like how did this fall off a cliff, right? Like I just feel like
Mm-hmm.
I thought they recovered with Elimination Chamber, right? Like you had the big turn, and then even the Jade Naomi stuff was really good, right? And
Yeah.
even the story with Roman and and CM Punk, and then it's like it just kind of fizzled out. And I told Connor like on Twitter, I said I don't know if Cena and Roman and Rock's like limited schedule is affecting this, but when Cena went 2 weeks after he did the turn to address the crowd, I just think that's when it started to like fizzle a little bit. It's like I think he should have did something the following Raw,
Yeah, I
like
agree with you on that one.
Elimination Chamber, you know. But
Yeah, because I think to me that would have been the logical step. Like, Cena turns heel on Sunday or on Saturday. You have him on Raw that following Monday. I
yeah,
mean, that's a lot. I mean, that's how I would have done it. But yeah, I mean, I don't see why they waited so long. But it could be because of scheduling, because they're doing movies and stuff like that. Because The Rock's always shooting shit, and so is John Cena. They're always shooting something. So it could have a lot to do with their scheduling as well.
I thought that when Johnson wasn't like they should have done it in layers. Okay, like the first promo he did was very good, uh,
yes,
but it should have been layers. So the second week we need a little bit more. All
we
right,
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the first week you said why you trashed the fans. You kind of explained why. Second week should have been why you joined the Rock. Third week, I don't know.
You
Uh,
run down the boys in the back.
I would say I
yeah,
think third week you get physical, right? Maybe some kind of physical altercation with Cody, and they break it up with the with
yeah,
the
and then the second week should have been like you tell why you joined the Rock, but then you also have a promo battle with Cody, and then the third week you do a brawl or something, uh,
hmm
or you could recreate in a way what Rock and Cody did last year, outside in the rain or whatever.
Oh man, that was
Mm,
that's what set that WrestleMania bill last year to like another level,
But
man.
you could do it a little
yeah.
bit different than Rock because you want to make it different. You don't make it the same.
Yeah,
Maybe you could do Cody Rhodes getting into his car, or whatever. Out of nowhere, John Cena attacks him. I don't know. I mean something. I mean, but so, as we know of, John Cena is only scheduled for next week's Raw, and that's it. Uh,
yeah, that's
next
not.
week, as we know of, next Monday's his final appearance before Mania. I think that The Rock's going to pop up eventually, probably when they're back in the States. Uh, I don't think that The Rock's wanting to travel overseas, So when they go back, probably on the SmackDown in Chicago, uh, The Rock might pop up there, like out of nowhere. But John Cena at least needs to make he needs he needs to make at least one or two more appearances before Mania.
He has to, man.
Because I don't know what I mean. You can do a brawl this next I have a feeling they're going to make it really big this next Monday. But even that, I mean, after that, John Cena's going to be away for a few more weeks before Mania.
Yeah.
So it's gonna fizzle out again.
He's gonna fizzle out again, like you said, because you got 2 more weeks after
Yeah.
Monday, right? Got 2 more weeks before
And
Mania.
I don't know why his lazy ass. I don't get worked up about this. I don't know why. I don't know why he can't because they got SmackDown in Las Vegas the week of WrestleMania. Why can't John Cena pop up there? I mean, he's already going to be in town. He's doing that $25,000 party pass.
I mean,
He's already-
seriously, you're right though.
He's already going to be in Las Vegas. So if you can do a $25,000 party pass that no one's going to buy, he should be able to commit to SmackDown that following day.
You got to, man. You got it's the
yeah.
go home show, right, Mr. Jacobs? It's the go home show. I
Yeah,
mean,
technically,
yeah.
that like that SmackDown Las Vegas is the go home show. Like, he should appear in Chicago with The Rock. He should appear on. Yeah, he should appear in Chicago with The Rock. The last Raw before Mania and the last SmackDown before Mania. That's two. That's two. That's 3 extra dates right there. You could build the story up even more and create more excitement.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
And then it's like, does John Cena get on the flight after he cuts that promo? It's like he does nothing else after he cuts that opening promo. Like no backstage segment, no nothing.
He probably does go back
He probably gets on the flight as soon as he cuts the promo.
because every week his lights going out.
Uh-oh.
That's Gabrielba.
Here comes
Javon Evans is so good at wrestling, dude.
I swear, if Trick Williams comes out right here, he's with that group. I heard Javon Evans and Oba's going at it.
Not a fall from grace on the apron. Ooh.
Yep, here comes Trick Williams. Oh, he
Damn.
takes out Javon Evans.
That was a horrible bump right there. Dang, it like he hurt his back for real.
Probably did.
I think that was
Got the whole referee crew out of here. But why are they just standing out like this group? It's like they want to see NXT be destroyed. It's like they're glad that they're, or maybe one of the people in the ring is the leader of this group.
Yeah, that could be too.
I don't think it'd be always here because he doesn't need anybody.
Yeah.
It'd be probably Trick Williams. Javon Evans is he's still too up and coming to be a leader of a group.
Yeah, I agree.
But Trick Williams,
Guys,
he's not too young. He's not too old. He's been in NXT for a while, so
yeah. Is it time to retire the Heritage Cup? I mean, I know it's like Heritage to like NXT UK, but
just have this group put it away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
I mean,
I
I'm
think
kind of over it myself.
just have this, like,
Because it's not even 2 out of 3 falls anymore. It's just It's just like a regular match now. Like
yeah, Alexis King took that away.
yeah.
He took it away. But
Then this is what's special about it. You take that away,
if you want to get good heel heat from Trick, if he is turning heel, have him just break the tournament, like break the cup into pieces.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
And-
really good.
That would be good. Yeah.
And we're gonna get back to the old NXT days. No more BS. No more falls. No more. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a good promo person, but you guys get what I mean.
No, you
No,
shot
I'm
a
with-
hell of a promo earlier.
You did.
Yeah, kind of.
When you did that hot take about it's the worst Raw since
I mean, that probably was the worst Raw. Well, probably on Netflix. Like since they moved to Netflix, that's been the worst.
yeah.
But-
I agree.
I mean-
It wasn't
I mean,
WWE's finest couple of hours.
I mean, there were some good moments still. I like the main event. Penta and Braun Breaker put on a good match. Lyra and Raquel Rodriguez actually had a pretty fun match.
Yeah.
And Chad Gable and Dragon Lee had a very good match.
No, Connor,
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was El Grande Americano.
Yeah, I'm not buying that. It is basically like how Hulk Hogan dressed up.
Gracias.
Gracias.
I know a lot of people were complaining about it online, but I actually thought that was. It feels like that segment he did that his character was trying to disrespect Mexican wrestling, but eventually that's going to come back to bite him. I think because he's kind of low key still feuding with Penta because
Yeah,
he went to the dark arts of lucha libre to figure out how to defeat Penta.
that's the whole point of it. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's targeting like Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee. Maybe one of these days that can have an appearance by someone else. I don't know. Like Juventud Guerrero would be a kind of a nice surprise on Raw or something.
That would be cool. That would be pretty cool. I'll see Hoovy.
But like overall, the excitement. I mean, CM Punk had a good promo, but overall, it just if this was a Raw maybe in June or July, it would probably be a fine episode. But
Right.
this is Mania season, so the expectations are a little bit higher for WrestleMania,
True.
especially from last year. Like the expectations are a little bit higher.
Yeah.
I feel like they're building to a Saturday night's main event and not WrestleMania.
Somebody said that on Twitter. They was like, "This is like your B-list PLE bill." Like like.
But I have a feeling I could be. I hope I'm not wrong, but in last minute, Triple H is gonna kick it in the high gear, like real quick, and then everything's gonna be exciting because he's done that before. Kind of like at the Elimination Chamber. People were saying that the build was bad, it wasn't exciting. And then they flipped the switch on John Cena, and then WrestleMania became exciting for a little bit.
Yes, for about a week. And
hopefully, he does it. I have a feeling he's gonna kick it in the high gear one of these weeks, and then it's really gonna be all exciting. I hope I'm right. I hope that's what happens because no one wants a bad build of WrestleMania.
No.
Yeah, and what was y'all thoughts? I didn't really care too much for I don't know, it just seemed like the Rhea Bianca Io segment, it seemed very like disjointed and robotic and telegraphed. Like you saw Rhea and Bianca just there kind of angled themselves, waiting for waiting for Io to like jump on them.
Interrupt.
It's like, and then her KOD was kind of weird. It's like that whole segment was weird, man. I didn't care for that segment.
I mean, I enjoyed whenever Io got pop faced because I was like, oh shit. That was like that oh shit moment. But it's like, I don't know. I mean, I agree. It wasn't, I won't say it was dull, but it wasn't as entertaining as I thought it was going to be.
It was better than Tiffany and Charlotte. I'll say that.
Yeah, definitely better than that.
But like for me, like the two feuds that are the most exciting right now is John Cena and Cody in the women's triple threat, and that's it. Because the Rhea, Io, and Bianca feud's kind of very unpredictable because nobody saw Io winning the title back the way she did.
That's true.
And Rhea put her name on the contract the week before that. Now we're getting Io and Rhea next week, and Bianca's the special guest referee. So they're doing stuff to keep that feud going. But I don't know. Hopefully it kicks in the high gear soon. Triple H has to know fans are talking like they are.
Oh, he has.
Oh, he knows.
He knows. Hey, look, if you don't know, why did they turn the Jey Uso botch into a story?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That was a good idea, though. I like that.
Because I like the promo but segment between Jimmy and Jay. And Jay is the better one out of the two, personally. But basically, like Gunther was watching them, and then Jimmy was basically trying to build Jay up. Like we need like really for this feud, we need the Jay back that beat Roman. Uh, that's the Jay that we need in this feud after like. And he's basically trying to drag that Jay out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like drag that Jay into this feud. And then he sees Gunther, challenges Gunther for a match next week, and just smacks the shit out of him.
I like that smack. That was hard.
I mean, I was like, and then for Gunther not to retaliate, so I was like, okay, I see what they did there. They needed Jimmy to stand tall because he about to get his ass kicked next week.
I think I was actually more like when like that little bit that Jimmy and Gunther did. I was more excited for that than the entire Gunther and Jay feud.
Yeah,
I think they should have had Jimmy win the Royal Rumble. It just seems that he's better in the ring. His promos are a lot better. I don't know. He's just more entertaining. Uh,
Yeah.
but I think that next week they should have Gunther just beat Jimmy to a bloody pulp to like really make the feud more investing.
mm-hmm.
But I saw
Yeah.
someone post this online that have Gunther just demolish Jimmy Uso, and then when Jay comes out, have Gunther beat him up, and then have put like handcuffs on Jay Uso on the
Make
ropes
him watch.
and just make him watch his brother getting beat the hell out of.
That's storytelling right
Now
there.
that's some really good stuff there, Colin. I mean,
But
that's what you need to do, right, Mr. Jacobs, to make this because I'm tired of watching the run-ins and Gunther should not be running out of the ring when
I
Jay Uso
don't. Yeah.
running at him. Let's be.
True.
This is
If they
I
would do
agree.
that and like have him just like he's all bloodied up, get a chair, beat the hell out of him, and just make Jay watch. Like that would
Yeah.
make the feud more real,
yeah,
and more because it just feels like a man. Yeet will only take you so far, and that's being proven now.
yeah,
I think that they've realized that too,
yeah,
because
Yeah.
you don't want to burn that out going into Mania.
yep.
I was at SmackDown that one week, and they did that for 10 minutes. I
Wow.
mean, it's fun for a while, but then it just all right. Let's get on with the show.
Let's get on with this.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
uh,
So, Connor, am I wrong to say Gunther should retain? I know one title is going to have to change. I know not two titles are going to be able to retain it, man. I honestly, I would let Gunther retain and John Cena win, but I don't think it's going to work out that way. By the way the stories are going.
if they do that segment that I'm talking about, then Jay will probably have to win.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna have him beat down his brother to a bloody pulp, then make him watch it. I think it'd probably be good for him to win, but I honestly wouldn't give Jay a long run though.
Yeah, he'll get like a Damian Priest type run last year. Like he'll probably drop it. He'll win it at Mania, then he'll drop it at like
I
maybe a little
wouldn't.
at
Look,
SummerSlam.
I wouldn't even give him. I would give him shorter than that, to be honest.
Connor said he need to drop it at Backlash, Mr. Jacobs.
Personally, if I had to do it, I would have him lose the first Raw after Mania. That's what I would do.
Oh wow, Connor, you give him like the Macho Man. You remember when Macho Man and WCW won the belt?
Yeah.
I forgot which PLE that was,
I,
and
I,
he lost it the very next night.
and you know what's so crazy is, remember when Jey Uso lost the Intercontinental Championship and everybody was pissed about it online?
Yeah,
Those same fans are complaining about Jey Uso now.
the same fans.
And then I went back to a comment. Then they blocked me after I said, "All right, you're saying this now, but before you were saying that Jey Uso deserved to be World Heavyweight Champion. And what the hell happened?"
What the hell?
And then they just blocked
Yeah,
two-faced fans.
yeah,
Oh, that was a good finish.
yeah. That was what was
Tatum Moxley and Gigi Dolan.
Yeah,
But no, I would probably give him like till Backlash or Clash in Paris. Uh, and honestly, if he does win, I would have Kevin Owens beat him for it.
yeah. You got to squeeze Kevin in there somewhere. He's done too much great work to not. He should get. He got to reward him, man. Like 20. the end of 2024 and starting of 2025, Kevin Owens been on a tear as far as his character work, right? He's been doing so.
It kind of feels like he's on like his own Drew McIntyre, a little bit different, but he's kind of being a more of a real. Well, I shouldn't say that because Kevin Owens has always been a good heel, always has been. He's always had it in him, but I think it's time for Kevin Owens to come to Raw. He's been on SmackDown quite a while.
No, I agree.
I mean, if Jey Uso does lose that SummerSlam, I think Kevin Owens should probably win it. Have Kevin Owens beat Jey Uso. I kind of already predict. All right, this is my predictions for next year's WrestleMania. Kevin Owens beats Jey at SummerSlam. The Royal Rumble is in Saudi Arabia. Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
WrestleMania next year, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn for the World Heavyweight title. And Sami Zayn finally wins the world title.
Because they've been building that, Connor, because you know like how they've been teasing, like, oh, everybody's like teasing Sami Zayn saying he'll never be a world champion.
Yeah.
So that'll be awesome if they do that.
I'm like, this is like a lifelong feud. They went against each other in Ring of Honor, to NXT, to the main roster, and then they could take it on a bigger stage to WrestleMania. I know a lot of fans, I already see them now saying that they've already seen it, but I think they're both capable of making the feud entertaining, even though we've seen it a lot of times.
Yeah.
Kind of like Rock and Austin. I mean, we've seen that match so many times, but they always found a way to make it interesting. I like Sami Zayn. I know a lot of people doesn't like. Well, I don't like. There's only one reason why I don't like Sami Zayn is because he took Chad Gable's moment last year. But besides that, I think Sami Zayn's a good wrestler, a good promo. I think once he joined the Bloodline, that kind of shifted his career a little bit.
Because you remember in WrestleMania 38, he was wrestling some celebrity, right? He was. Yeah, he was in catering.
But like he actually said that he was proud of that match.
He did.
Yeah, I would not be, but
I would not be either. Like, bruh, you got.
I guess that's. I think that he's friends with Johnny Knoxville and probably didn't want to blast anybody.
Yeah.
But I was just talking about this earlier. Ethan Page's entrance is. Ethan Page is coming out, and here comes Ricky Saints.
We was just talking about that.
Yeah. I could see them making the North American Championship match a multi-man match at Stand and Deliver.
That would be cool.
Because Tony D'Angelo technically hasn't received a rematch.
True. He had a pretty long reign, right? Like he wanted it Halloween Havoc. Oh no, he wanted it on a regular show before Halloween Havoc, and then had the rematch with Ola.
Yeah, I think. I can't remember where he wanted that. I know he won it last year, and then he got Oba got a rematch at I think it was the second CW show.
Yeah, you're right. It was the second CW show, Connor. You're exactly right.
I know they had like some kind of stipulation. I actually thought that he was going to bypass Oba for a minute. I was worried there.
I know.
Because he was. I have it on my phone. North American.
So I think it was like it was some kind of a street fight. I remember because I was there. I should remember.
Yeah, he held it for 146 days.
Yeah, it was a pretty lengthy reign.
His title defenses were very interesting. He defended the title against Nunzio.
Oh, that was the ECW show.
Yeah, that was. It was just a fun match to have, I guess, because Tony D'Angelo and Nunzio, like their characters are similar. They're both Italian.
Yep.
Who else did go against? See.
So who else? Because his reign isn't that memorable. Now that I'm thinking about it,
he went against Obafemi, Nunzio, Sean Spears, Ethan Page, Ridge Holland, Sean Spears. That's at least the televised ones. I don't know if he did it on any house shows or anything, but
that's true.
The main ones that I remember is the Obafemi match, Nunzio. I mean, those are the best title defenses. I mean, the Ridge Holland matches wasn't too all that special.
Mm-mm. The Ethan
Sean,
Page match wasn't that good because it was part of a story where Ethan couldn't win a match and he kept losing like really quick, and it was
Yeah.
setting up the heel turn on Javon. So
Sean Spears match was, I remember that one. Yeah, because I remember I wanted Sean Spears to win, and then he didn't win.
he did. It was the main event, right? I think it was like the
Yeah,
main.
I really pissed about that, but then he ended up winning it, so
Mhm.
guess I was right. Even if it's a transitional run.
Yeah.
But I think the person, if Ricky Saints wins the North American Championship, I don't know. I think Ricky Saints should have it for a while, but I don't know. Like I like to think about the long term of things. So when someone wins it, I'm already projecting like who's gonna be the one to take
Who's
it.
gonna beat him? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think he should hold it to? Maybe like Heat Wave or Halloween Havoc if he wins it at like Stand and Deliver, or maybe a little longer, right? Because that'll be like April to. Well, no, that'll be April to October. That's pretty lengthy, right?
If they can pull us off, Josh Alexander is rumored to go to AEW, but I would personally do a feud with Ricky Saints and Ethan Page. Ethan Page can't get the job done by himself, and then Josh. We predict this every time that Josh Alexander is going to do something. He never does.
Yeah.
He's probably going to. It's rumored he's going to AEW, but nobody's. It's not been reported he's actually signed. But if not him, I mean they got Javon Evans. He has not held a singles title yet. But if he's going to be a babyface, Ricky Saints. Personally, I enjoy Ricky Saints as a heel more.
True.
But so.
No, I agree with you. I think he's be a. It's kind of like we was talking about Tiffany, right? Some people are just natural heels because of their. It kind of you kind of think like that's their personality a little bit, and they don't have to try as hard, being a baby face. It's like it fits them more naturally to be a heel.
So a couple words of advice. You
But-
gotta trust your partner.
No, I'm with you, Con. I think
On top of that,
they got to make this NA title mean something. I do agree with. I don't know if I still think Obafemi should have just vacated the belt, but Tony D'Angelo did deserve to be a champion. Sean Spears deserves to be a champion. It's just the prestige kind of fell a little bit, and it could be maybe a little bit of booking, but it's also because the men's division is not as in depth, like doesn't have a lot of depth, right? I mean, only people you can put against the champions that is not going to beat them is like a Ridge Holland.
Yeah.
So they got to build up the men's division just a little bit more on the title contenders. So
I feel they're fixing to make another Chase U, but I don't know how they'll be able to.
Did you think they did that? So did they write off Duke? Is that why they broke up the Chase?
Well, they released him.
They released them. That's right. They released them.
But Riley Osborne and Thea Hill is still there. I wonder if they're going to make a Chase universe, like a what was it, Chase U? Maybe they do a different kind of group, and then they bring back Thea Hill and Riley Osborne.
Yeah, because I haven't seen Thea Hill since she wrestled Roxanne at Great American Bash.
It's a shame she's not on
That was
TV.
a very good match too.
It's a shame she's not on TV because she was one of the most entertaining parts of the show. I thought.
Yeah.
The energy that she brought, nobody else hardly brings.
Nope.
But I don't.
Right?
If you watch her Instagram reels, her character on TV is the exact same way she acts in person. It is not a character. Thea Hill is a character. Her like Instagram reels are very, very funny. If anybody hasn't seen them, I definitely recommend watching them.
I had to check it out.
I think she posts on Twitter too, because JD from New York talks about it.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe they do Chase U University 2.0 or something.
Something.
If they do, if they do bring it back, the colors should be blue and white instead of red and white.
I agree. I like the blue. I'm
Already,
impressed with Andre Chase wrestling in regular clothes. Like
it's kind of like he's playing a Happy Corbin kind of type character.
this
That he
dude,
just
he got a dress shirt on with some slacks, man.
Wouldn't this be an interesting start though? What if this is like an arc to him losing his damn mind and he starts a cult or something?
It
he
could be
could
because Ethan Page should not lose this match. I tell you that.
he could have a completely different version of himself. That would be interesting. But these two guys that are with him, the guys on the outside, I think they're just now coming on in NXT. I haven't seen them before.
Yeah, they used to be on Level Up before they canceled it and went to like, was it an Evolve now? But yeah, they used to be on NXT Level Up when I used to watch it. Yeah.
But we were talking about earlier, Ricky Saints and Ethan Page. And the moment that Ethan Page comes out, Ricky Saints walks out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe someone's watching. I don't know. I always used to wonder that with AEW because lots of times I would say stuff and then it would happen.
Yeah, I remember that.
But it was
I'm
like a
telling you,
week,
Called it every other week.
it was
I
a
don't know.
weekly thing.
I don't know who online more, man. Tony Khan or Triple H, but they both be looking at what fans be saying about him, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's
Because
a
there's
good
times where
thing.
Connor would say something and they'd be like, "Damn, that happened," or I like maybe tweet at Tony Khan and it's like, okay, he actually did 2 women's matches instead of 1.
Yeah.
I know.
The thing is, Tony's more vocal about it though.
I
Yeah.
used to tweet at Tony Khan all the time until I just gave up.
Triple H has a burner, man, because he don't respond to anything, but I think he has like a
Yeah,
burner. But
yeah,
Tony
he has
his
to.
actual account.
I think CM Punk has one too because someone took he was on his phone, then they saw like the Twitter icon or whatever. So
Yep.
CM Punk has to have a burner. Well,
Mm-hmm.
no. I think that he actually retweeted a tweet a few months ago, accidentally, I guess, and then he unretweeted it
Oh.
because he's been saying for a while that he's not on there anymore, but obviously he is.
I think he
Now
is.
unless
He lurks on there.
someone hacked his account, that's possible too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to tweet to Tony Khan all the time, and I swear every week something I would say would happen. Good, good and like I could predict stuff, good and bad. I mean, sometimes it's a curse being able to predict stuff.
Yeah.
Because I remember that one time I predicted the whole damn show when it happened. Uh, I got pissed that night. I remember that night.
Yep, I do too.
It's like Tony got a bit like, you know what? Speaking of that, right? I think a way he can break that curse is Dynasty. You have Megan Bain beat Tony Storm in the middle of the ring. But I know he won't do it.
No, because it's a good idea.
If she does lose, Megan Bain won't be seen in a long time. It's kind of like what they
Man.
do. It's kind of what they do like with Deanna. Like she, I think it was like Double or Nothing last year or something. They
Yeah.
like they had a really good feud, Tony and Deanna, because they had matching tattoos. It was a long throughout story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And once the story was over, that was it.
Yeah.
Deanna went MIA,
Yep.
and they teased a faction with Deanna and Taya, but they haven't added anyone. It's not really went anywhere.
They do like backstage segments and then they go out there and lose matches, and so people don't like lost interest. It's like you
And then
gotta.
what they do is like they'll have a video
Yep.
package, and then you won't see another video package till 4 weeks later.
It's like, dude, I done lost
Yeah.
interest. Do it.
Like if you're gonna I remember they did that with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal because they teased them turning on each other, and then it just went nowhere. I like Jay Lethal. I wish he was used more. He's a very creative person, I think.
What is his name now? Black Marismo?
Black Machismo.
Black Machismo, yeah.
Yeah. Man, I
he
love that character, man.
he did that in TNA.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect
Yeah.
He used to
Macho
do it.
Man impression.
He used to do it in TNA. It was funny.
But his most legendary moment when he went toe to toe with Ric Flair, man. I
Like
still
The
back.
woo off. Yep.
that's what put him on the map. Jay Lethal when he did that. He impersonated Ric Flair to a T,
To a
Yeah.
and
T.
then he got on the stage and he took off his jacket and body slammed the jacket.
Oh man.
That was great. I loved it.
And I think it caught Ric Flair off guard. Like, golly,
Yeah,
he's
I
actually
think Flair
stepping
was
up.
impressed. Yeah.
I
He
love the
Like,
look on
had
his face when he first came out there doing it. And Ric Flair was like, "What the hell is you
what the
doing?"
hell? He made AJ Styles break character too, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
He was laughing.
I think
He was trying to hold it.
I think when I think they were trying to make AJ Styles the next Ric Flair. Like Ric Flair
I
was
remember
managing AJ
that.
Styles.
He had the robe and everything. I remember that.
He did make me think of the next generation of AJ. AJ Styles didn't make me think of the next generation of Ric Flair. It just didn't. Now maybe Jay Lethal. I mean, Black Machismo. I mean, he was basically dressing up as Randy Savage, but
Yeah.
he also had a good Ric Flair impersonation too.
Mm-hmm. But he had all the Macho Man's mannerisms, man. Like he had he had
Yeah.
all of his ring mannerisms down to a T.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
He's always been really nice. I've met him twice. And I've always liked Jay Lethal.
Yeah.
Uh,
Super.
he's very funny, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that he could provide something on AEW if they use him. I don't, like they could put him in a feud with I don't know, somebody. I mean, have him do a little program with Shelton Benjamin. I mean, they got. I feel like they would be able to do some pretty cool stuff.
That'd be fun though. I'd like to
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
I mean, something. I mean, there's no reason why Jay Lethal shouldn't be doing anything. But I think he would be a valuable asset. Dan, that was good. That code breaker.
Mm-hmm. But kind of to your point, we was talking about Mr. J. Me and Connor was messaging each other. It's like I don't know, Tony Khan, like, and I think Mariah May sees the writing on the wall. And if I
Yeah.
was her, I'd take an offer from
Um,
WWE just to kind of put pressure on them. But it's like after
Mm-hmm.
somebody's title reign is over, it's like they go into catering, and I could totally
Yeah, I've got
see
that feeling
him not
too.
doing nothing with Mariah after that feud with Tony.
all right, this is a good match. This is heating up.
Cause I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you put all his eggs in one basket with her.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? Like she pushed her to the moon like way too fast.
Mariah May. We talking about Mariah May. Con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, this is going to be a little. This is getting really good now.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's too. I think it's too good to be true though. Something's going to happen. I swear, if he wins, Adrian Chase. Oh, that was a good tornado DDT.
Oh,
Adrian Chase is putting on a. Oh, that was close. I swear, if he, it's not going to be well if Ethan Page loses.
oh.
I really
Now,
like.
this is the side of Chase I want to see though.
Yeah, like it's kind of like he just goes crazy and then he ends up winning a match finally.
Yeah,
But not tonight. Not
but
tonight.
not tonight.
Tonight. I go on a top rope. Oh, he's gonna do his finishing move from the top rope. He kind of does like a razor.
Avalanche.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he gets this probably.
So are they gonna have Ethan feud with Oba at some point? I
1,
think that'll be a
2.
good feud. Oh,
No. That was supposed
I
to
would
be.
actually love to see that.
Oh, I did twist of fate. Why
you
is he
talking about,
doing the twist of fate? He's been
yeah,
doing it for the past few weeks.
yeah, he's kind of changed the Ego's Edge is kind of like more of a setup now.
Yeah, he does that. But the twist of fate's finisher. I mean, he did have to join Matt Hardy's group
Yeah.
in AEW. I guess long-term storytelling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All
it's
right,
like you got to keep Ethan strong because I was just mentioning Mr. Jacobs. Like I think eventually he should be in a feud with Oba at some point. Like they're gonna have to like
Mm-hmm.
get in a feud sometime this year.
I think he's going to be involved in that because now they are teasing Ricky Starks and Ethan Page.
Yep.
It's going to be some type of multi-man match.
I think I'm okay with Chase losing this, and then he should probably go crazy and win whatever next match he's in. He probably needs to beat like I don't know. You got who should he beat? Maybe like Wesley or somebody. Because I think Wesley's a heel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree. I think that at some point something has to crack. Something has to snap in his head.
Yeah. So did he get permission from the Hardy Boys to do this move?
I was thinking the same thing. Was that a shot at him or what? What was going on there?
He's been doing it for a few weeks.
Yeah. And see, that's why I wasn't. I mean, I know it was part of the story. That's why I wasn't so cool with Javon losing tonight because he just got a big win over Ethan Page, in the Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Then you put him in this match. I mean, I know it's part of the story with Oba, but I don't know. They could have saved that for another time. Just ride the momentum of him winning that big match.
I like the way they finished because Javon Evans did like he lose tonight or
He got counted out.
counted out.
Yeah,
So
count
it's
out.
not. Yes, that's he didn't really lose. He didn't get pinned. So
Yeah.
and you could use the distraction from Oba to I guess further the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely building, like you said, kind of multi-man or Ricky and Sean at Stand and Deliver.
Yeah,
They in the parking lot.
I mean, they could add Tony D'Angelo if they wanted to because he hasn't received a rematch.
Yeah.
I thought they should do like a 6-man ladder match or something. I think that would be pretty fun.
That would be.
Yeah.
Do Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, Sean Spears, Tony D'Angelo. Who's the fourth person to put in?
Is it? It ain't Stacks, is it? One of his underboss.
I mean, I could put. See, I could do Sean Spears, Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, Tony D'Angelo. Maybe you could have a surprise from TNA in the match. Who's someone from TNA? Maybe they could put Zachary Wetz or somebody.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe Wesley in there. Because Wesley kind of fits in like a more of a like ladder match style. He's really good at those kinds of matches.
Or a Nemeth. We could throw Nemeth in there.
I'm curious if they'll use him
Nate Nemeth
in NXT because his brother is suing a wrestler in WWE. So.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
It's not gonna go anywhere.
I heard it was a silly ass lawsuit too.
I was reading the lawsuit. And it was like, is this like an actual lawsuit or? Because normally when you read a lawsuit, it's like it's not that. I feel like a kindergartner is writing that. I don't know, but Nick Nemeth, he has a good relationship with WWE still, so anything's possible. Now, Ryan Nemeth has screwed. Ryan Nemeth, he screwed his chances in the partnership probably. I don't think they would allow a wrestler that's suing a WWE wrestler on their programming. I just don't see it.
I mean, well, CM Punk sued the company. He came back, so you never know.
Sable
Ryan
suit.
Ryan Nemeth is not CM Punk, and he's definitely not Sable.
That's a damn good point, man.
That's a damn good point.
The only reason he is known is because of Dolph Ziggler. He's basically riding off his coattails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's not even a story; it's real life. I remember one time me and Adam, he used to be part of our Elite Zone. We went to AEW together, and I think the reports that came out about CM Punk and Ryan Nemeth having some issues backstage. Uh, it was during a Ring of Honor taping, and Ryan Nemeth came out, and I started chanting CM Punk, and then I got the entire crowd to do it.
That's funny.
And if you go back and watch it, you could hear the CM Punk chants pretty loud. That was the only time I chanted something first, and then it actually resulted into something.
It caught fire. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only time in my life it's actually happened. But no, I mean Ryan Nemeth is he's not better than Dolph Ziggler, but he's trying to make his own path in wrestling. Uh, I don't know. I personally don't really. I mean, like besides the CM Punk stuff, I've just never been really a fan of his. I remember he was in AEW for a little while with the what were they called, the Wingmen?
Yeah.
Peter Avalon, and all them.
Remember, that was a running joke on. I remember they did being the elite, and that was a running joke that he could never get a match on TV. I remember that. That was hilarious.
And that's actually real life too.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever got a match on TV, or I know he was on Dark a lot in Elevation. If he did, it was probably a squash match or something. The afternoon. Who is one of you guys' favorite jobbers in wrestling?
Jobbers.
Ooh.
Brooklyn.
Man.
I think Brooklyn Brawler. He's like one of the. He's like one of the legends.
Oh yeah. Y'all gonna laugh at me, but Hurricane.
Yeah, Hurricane. Yeah.
Okay,
Hurricane,
yeah, I'll give
man.
you that one. I'll give you that one.
I was recently watching some of him on Facebook, and it was The Rock and Hurricane.
Yeah.
And
Oh, they were great together.
he called him the McBurglar. Yeah. They had some, like, I wouldn't think that they would have chemistry together, but they had some chemistry together.
Weird. It's like Rock and Mick Foley too, right? It's like two
Yeah.
people you think like, how do these guys have good chemistry like they did?
It was comedy gold.
For
Yeah.
me,
Rock and Sock connection.
yeah, like
It
that
was
was like
actually
a
the
team,
Rock's idea for it all.
team that was never
Yes.
supposed to be, but it just got hot.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the segment that got it hot was the "It's Your Life" segment,
Yes.
Yeah.
When he brought the Rock's teacher out there.
and his coach and his girlfriend.
Oh man, that's what got it. That's what got it hot, man. This
Because
is your Rock. This is your life.
That was good stuff, man.
I remember that like yesterday, man.
yes. But I remember watching a documentary. Oh wow, they're doing Sean Spears and Ricky Saints next week.
Oh
Next
wow,
week.
that's soon.
That match is going to end in some kind of a DQ or something.
It's got to, and it's gonna
That's I
set
mean,
up
because that's a
stand
pay per view
delivering.
kind of match, man. Yeah.
I bet
Yeah.
something's going to happen, and then they're going to set up for a multi-man match or something. There's there's no way he loses clean if he does lose.
Nah, I don't
Yeah.
see that happening.
Yeah. I see Tony getting involved, Tony D'Angelo
Ethan
or
Page.
Ethan Page getting involved. Tony may come out and say, "Man, I didn't get a rematch. Here come Trick."
It could just be an all-out brawl, and then the referee just throws the whole thing out.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Ava makes the match. Like all of you stand and deliver North American Championship, something like that. Because if you're gonna do a multi match, I mean, you can do Ricky Saints and Sean Spears now. To kind of like to set up the multi-man match. Because I think a multi-man match is better at standing deliver rather than just doing Spears and Saints.
Yeah.
I mean, Spears and Saints can probably put on a good match, but for standing deliver, I think it needs that extra bit of spice into it.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't hurt.
And if
Wouldn't hurt
make
at
it a
all.
ladder match, like that would make it even more exciting.
Yeah. Hey, Connor, I think you on to something, man. This Trick parking lot promo, he's the leader of this group, man.
Yeah, like she asked him about it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
she asked him
he's
about
the leader of this group.
She asked him about it, and no comment, none of my business.
Hmm.
Uh, they're leading toward. I think it would probably benefit because he's been a babyface for a while. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
you remember Carmelo Hayes kept pushing Shawn Michaels to go to the main roster, and Shawn's like, I think you should try to be a heel first. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how he got over, with
I
that
think
feud with
he's.
Trick.
I think he needs to try something different before going to the main roster. The character he's doing, like the whoop that trick, I think he would work on the main roster, but I just don't know to what extent. Because the main roster crowds and the NXT crowds are very different. Uh,
Hmm.
Something might be over in NXT, but the main roster might not be. Uh, I think that Carmelo Hayes turning heel benefited his main roster run. Uh,
Yeah,
I think if
Absolutely.
he was,
Yeah.
I think if he was just a babyface, he would have probably just been looked over. But because he was a heel,
absolutely.
and he's a better heel than a babyface, I think Carmelo Hayes
Ye-
is.
I agree.
Yeah.
And if they can do the same with Trick, maybe Trick will have a better main roster run than what he originally was probably going to get. Uh, I know a
Hmm.
lot of people probably complaining about it online, but if it helps Trick Williams, I mean,
And
and
Trick
then
is
like
a really good heel too.
yeah, and like it's time to shake some things up in the men's division, uh, and maybe making a move like this would shake things up a bit.
Hmm.
But I can already see people online complaining about it.
Oh,
Uh,
already. Yeah.
but
Oh, most
people,
definitely.
but then if it actually works, then they'll go back and oh, this is actually pretty good. I don't
Hmm.
know. I'm willing to see how it plays out. Because Trick Williams being like, I don't think we've ever seen him as a heel on the main roster, have we?
No,
Mm-mm.
no.
And I
He now
remember
he
those.
he did get one loud pop, Connor. I think Carmelo was on SmackDown when he first got to the roster. I think Trick came in there and saved him. And
Yeah,
he got kind of a loud pop then, but yeah, I think it was the only time he like was on the main roster. Like there was like did some active in the ring.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Uh, I always thought that Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams would be a good heel tag team. Uh,
yep. Man, Stephanie is selling her side in it
Like a pro.
like a pro.
yeah,
Yeah, I think to Connor's point, I think they're trying to make her Super Stephanie tonight, or she may actually drop the belt, but it looks like it's gonna be more of to try to like really get over, against all odds. But
It's probably gonna be a run in.
yeah, I feel like Jada Parker is not done because she's probably still pissed that Jordan Grace interfered. Man, Mike Rome been around for a minute, right? I remember clips of him when Oscar was in NXT.
Yeah, it's been there for a while.
He's been there for that's been about what 10 years, Mr. Jenkins? That's been a minute.
Yeah, thinking back, yeah, it's a pretty long ways.
Yeah, she's probably gonna this probably gonna be like one of those injury angle matches where she targets Stephanie the entire match.
Mm-hmm.
Then Stephanie gets some kind of sneaky pin and beat her, and then they may beat her up and somebody come out, maybe Jordan Grace or somebody come out and save or something like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because right, it's only what they got like well, this is they got what 11 minutes, so a lot can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you think Fallon's ready for the main roster? Fallon Henley?
Mm, I don't know. I haven't thought about that. I don't know.
Because I think they need more. I don't know. Maybe they just use the women that they got, but I think they need to like build up the mid card scene more. Because like we don't need to see any more Me Chin Chelsea Green matches.
Yeah, I think that's runs its
No.
Um,
course. Yeah.
and then Lyra is really can only she can really only wrestle like Dakota and Ivy now, and so that's why they had to
Hmm.
throw Raquel Rodriguez out there because she don't got any other contender.
I mean, where's Shayna Baszler? Where's where, I know Asuka's still hurt. She's coming back soon. I mean, where are all
Yeah,
the other women at?
I know. Like I think Kyrie would be a good person to give a shot at winning the belt and just see how the crowd reacts to her because she, I think she's a pretty good baby face.
Yeah.
But like to your point, like Shayna Baszler, Zoe, but I think Triple H tries to get them over, but it's just not like Zoe. And I hate it because Zoe and Shayna are very good workers, man.
Yeah.
It's just they get no pop in whatever they do when they go out to their ring.
I don't get that either, man. Because there's a time where they were pushing Shayna like she was going to be, you know, the next female Brock Lesnar. She was going to be the beast, and like for some reason that fizzled
Yes.
out.
You
I
remember that?
remember.
You remember that segment when Shayna like bit Becky ear or something like that, or
Yeah.
bit her
Yeah.
face? They
I
built
wasn't.
her up
I
like a
mean, when that
damn
that was an
monster,
insane.
man.
That was insane right there, man. I was like, damn, you gonna bite the bitch?
Like I heard someone talking about it before. Someone that like works close to Triple H, booking wise, and they were saying that he wants to try to get someone over. If they're not over at first, he wants to keep trying. Like he
Right.
doesn't just want to give up. Because a
Hmm.
lot of times they'll get like you give up on it too soon, and then you missed out on a golden opportunity.
Yeah,
Sometimes it doesn't always work, but I think Triple H is trying to give everybody a chance to get over. But uh, I thought they gave Meechin that they've given her plenty of opportunities to get over, and she's not over.
she's just not over, man.
Chelsea
It's
Green, she's over. It's just they got her in this lame feud. It's not really on her part. She doesn't control who
yeah,
she feuds against.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
Yeah.
mean, and even Meechin said this that she thinks that she needs to improve getting the fans behind her. Like she even said that, so it's not like that she doesn't know that.
Hmm.
Many wrestlers won't accept uh, that they're not over with the crowd. And the ones that do acknowledge it and want to get better at it, those are the ones I think you kind of want on your roster. Uh,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Not people like Marina Shafir who don't get it. Um,
She don't get it at all. And I'm telling you, man, I stand by what I say. She has the potential and the look of a wrestler. To y'all point, the mic work, the ring work,
every, every time I
and then
watch her
like,
on, like every time
yeah.
I watch her on TV, it's just even if she's in a match, it's just painful.
Yeah, and then John Moxley just has her as like a mute that just running around kicking people's ass and not saying nothing. I don't think she said one word in this Death Rider story.
Like that's their whip. Like they know not to put her on a mic. They know if they put her on a mic, they
There you
know
go.
they
There you
already know
go.
it's bad. And if
And,
they
and
know
kind of to your point, I think that's why because they keep teasing her and Willow, and I'm noticing they not like turning it into a match yet, and it's probably to your point they don't want to put on the microphone.
yeah, they know she's bad, and they're too afraid to tell her probably.
Yeah,
I
because
would
She'll
she'd
break
have
them.
had a bunch. Yeah, because she'd have had like 5 or 6 run-ins with Willow, but it's not turning into anything.
it. I'm not going to attempt it, but if I could do a Dusty Rhodes impersonation, uh, we're going to have to find you something else to do. This just isn't working. Uh, I'm not going to attempt a Dusty Rhodes impersonation because I feel like I'm just going to make a fool out of myself. Uh, but I don't know. She just I don't know how many more chances she needs to have. I mean, I don't want to see
'Cause
no one. I don't want to see no one out of a job. But
right. So Connor, didn't Ronda get her in the WWE for a little while? Because they're like best friends.
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Marina Shafir was in the WWE for like a short stint.
yeah, she was in
Yeah.
NXT. She was trained by Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
All these good women. Her husband's Roderick Strong. He's great, and he just doesn't work.
Hmm.
Because I remember one time they teased like the four women from MMA going against the four horsewomen. I think it was Ronda Rousey, Maria Shafir, Shayna Baszler, and someone else. And they teased them
Yep.
going against Charlotte, Becky, Sasha, and Bailey.
Hmm. Was Sonya Deville? Does she have an MMA
I think
background?
she does.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
She was playing that kind of character. I don't know if she actually had that background, but I think she did.
Okay.
But it's been a pretty good main event.
Yeah, Henley and Victoria got really good chemistry, man. They to me they put on a great. I mean, Dave Meltzer only gave him like a 4 out of, I think like a 4.2. I thought it was like a 4.75 match person. Like they
Out of
Henley
10, out of
y-
5.
out of 5. Yeah,
Oh,
I was
damn.
shocked he gave him that high of a thing.
Somebody come help. No, 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 like this. She fixing to win it back. Oh, she's going to get to the ropes. Oh, she kicked out.
Yep.
Oh.
That was a close one.
Stephanie has the best meteor. I don't know between her and what's his name, Andrade.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like they pace themselves and then they explode when they get to the ring road, man. I love
Yeah.
that about. Yeah.
No, they're going to try to cost her. I don't think it's going to work, though. Oh, roll over. Oh, yeah, this is it.
Oh.
One, two. Stephanie Valkyria, 2
Woo!
0 for the night.
She made history, like Mr. Jacob said earlier. I think
Made
she's the
history.
first. Is she the first woman to successfully defend both times? Or was that Becky Lynch? I can't remember.
That's a good question.
I think she's the
I
first
think-
one in NXT to successfully defend both titles.
No
Got it.
history.
Got it. Yeah, so she made history. Yeah. Man, they got her
Yeah,
making history left and right, dude.
damn.
For real
All
though.
right, who's gonna make the save? Julia? Is it gonna be somebody's gonna make the save, right?
It's gonna be Julia or Jordan.
Oh, here comes yep, Jordan Grace.
Yeah, Jordan.
Comes
Oh,
Jordan.
so this is gonna set up a tag match next week, probably, and then Jordan's gonna be like, "Okay, I want my
I,
title shot." This is a good match. They made Super Stephanie tonight, man, by doing this.
Yeah.
so they had a
They
good
had,
so like they had a good opening and a good ending to the show.
yeah.
All right, here we go. This is gonna be here's a little bit of a tease for Sandy. Uh oh,
Ooh, that was man.
she wasn't
That
going
move, that move had to grow on me, man. I like her spiral tap a little
to
better,
Rita
but
Parker.
Yeah.
the package backbreaker, it had to grow on me because I really wasn't feeling it, man.
That was a
It,
perfect shot right there
yeah, that
of,
was a perfect shot.
of
Yeah.
Jordan and Steph. Here comes
That was
Hmm.
cool. That
is
was really
Jordan
cool.
is Jordan Grace going to do double duty again next? No, is Jordan Grace going to do double duty next week? A tag match and go against Jenna Parker.
She could
Oh,
I
that's a
could see
good
her
point.
doing it.
Basically,
Yeah.
basically saying what you can do, I can do better to Stephanie because
Hmm.
Stephanie did double duty tonight.
Yep.
That wasn't the main event. This must be the final segment. We're gonna close with this.
Mm. Do y'all know how much Jordan and Stephanie gonna cook when they get in the ring one on one, man? Holy moly, man! That's got
That's
to be
gonna be
said and
amazing.
delivered.
It
That's
could
got
be.
to be said. But you know what, too, though, Mr. Jacobs, they gonna have to find a way to do Stephanie and Roxanne Perez too, because they were killers in the ring
Yeah.
together. If they need to do a Roxanne Stephanie match before she goes to the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
I like that shot of Stephanie holding both belts up.
Yeah.
That's the poster.
Man, look at Jordan was no selling Jada Parker, man. He
Yeah.
was no
Nope.
selling. She wasn't selling any of those punches, dude. I'm a little bit behind y'all. So I like my damn stream is buffering. Man, Stephanie ain't playing no games, man. She get all in no grill.
Love it.
Oh, that match is gonna cook, dude. I don't want it to be a triple threat. I just want Jordan Grace versus Stephanie McCoy. I don't need Jada Parker, anybody. I'm good. Let them go one on one, man. Damn, what Lola been, dude? She just come out of nowhere and said I want man. So Julia, so to y'all's point, Julia must be not doing stand and deliver at all. Because you would have think she would have came out. Well, I guess she got another 2 weeks, but you would have think if she was gonna be a part of the show, it would have been tonight. She would have did some tonight.
Yeah, I mean, because there was three of them out there. They it could be like a 3-on-3, but
Exactly, yeah.
that was a good ending. I
That was a
feel.
damn good ending. Man, Jordan Grace and Steph is gonna cook, dude. Damn, that match, telling you, that's gonna be the one. It probably need the main event, depending on who's trick who Oba's depending on who Oba's challenger would be. But yeah, I agree. Kind, that was a damn good opening and closing, man. I hope the ratings. I think the ratings been kind of like a little low because of well, lower. I won't say low because I mean it's. I think because of the games, right? The
March
March
Madness.
Madness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, last week, I guess we can. I keep up with every. I sent you one thing of the ratings one time.
you
Uh,
did.
I
That was
keep up.
helpful, man.
I keep up with every. I'm a very stats person. Some people are so like, "Why do you keep up?" I've just always been a stats person. Like even in sports, like basketball, football, I've always been a stats person. But
Hmm.
last week they got 676,000. That was down from the previous week, 732,000. Hopefully they're back over 700,000 this week. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't think there was any games on tonight for the NCAA men's basketball. I don't
right.
think
And
I don't think they
I,
start back up till Thursday.
okay, that's good. And then kind of they did a good job. They did a good job promoting Stephanie on Raw yesterday too. They gave her like two promos on Raw, right? Of her having these matches tonight. So hopefully that pulled over some fans.
I
So
think The Rock's presence may have wore because it seemed like once The Rock showed up that one week that more fans were tuning in the past few weeks. Uh,
that's true.
it
That's
might have
true.
wore off,
It might have wore off, yeah. So they
but
had about a month, right, Connor? But they had about a
yeah, like
month where they was hitting like 800,000.
yeah, like they were close to 900,000. I thought they were going to get to a million at one point,
Yeah.
uh, but hopefully they're back up because that was a good show. If I had to rate tonight's show, I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. What about you?
I'm with you, Connor. I thought this is gonna sound crazy, but I thought Stephanie had the best two matches of the night.
Yeah,
Pulling double duty, everything in between, it was like good, but it wasn't like aha, But I agree with you. I say 7.5 out of 10.
I think besides Stephanie's matches, Ethan Page and Adrian Chase had a really good match.
That's true. That's true.
Uh, but yeah, but so like story, well, you can kind of say Ethan Page and Adrian Chase played into a story because it kind of played into Ricky Saints a little bit. Uh,
Hmm.
North American Championship. We did get some story progression in the Oba Trick and Javon Evans story, and it really looks like that Trick Williams is going to be the leader of this group that
Seems that way.
comes out. But
Hmm.
what did you think about tonight's show, Mr. Jacobs?
I thought it was pretty good, and with Stephanie winning both matches, making history, I thought that was pretty cool too. Excuse me. And it's not a lot of times you see somebody that holds. two different titles, defending them in one night. And when that person actually wins both matches and retains both titles, I mean that is always awesome. And it's like you don't see that all the time in history making, like we said earlier. And I think I want to see where they're going with this whole chase thing. I mean, I'm interested in him, like finally one of these days just saying enough, and he snaps, and like he just goes on this streak of just whipping ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to see that. Bring another side of
Mhm.
him out. It'd be awesome. But I think from top to bottom, the show was awesome. I think I'm gonna give it, like, if I had to rate, I'm gonna probably give it a solid 8.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
good stuff.
we weren't far off. Me and Connor went 7.5, but I'm not mad at an 8 at all. I think
No, it
it
was a good
definitely
show. Uh,
yeah.
and I will honestly say it was better than Raw this week. Uh, I can probably guarantee it's better than SmackDown this Friday, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, maybe SmackDown might surprise us. Maybe they'll have a bad because last Friday was bad. Maybe they'll go from really bad to really good, but hopefully it's good. Uh, but NXT was definitely better than Raw. Like NXT for the most weeks tops at least SmackDown. It
Hmm.
doesn't always top Raw, but SmackDown NXT's been topping. I feel like. Uh, but yeah, it was a good show. My biggest takeaway is I liked how they opened the show hot and they ended the show hot. With
Yeah.
and with
Yeah.
Julia, it kind of feels like they're trying to stack all the odds against Stephanie, but then she's
Hmm.
gonna persevere through all the obstacles and she's gonna make it. Like she wrestled the opening match. We had the segment with her seeing a doctor, so she's already banged up. It's basically a 3-on-1 handicap match in the main event, and then she still
Yeah.
wins. Then they still beat
Yep.
her up after the match. Jordan Grace comes out, and we set up Jordan Grace and Stephanie. Uh, that was a good opening and ending, I thought, and it was kind of like a story being played out through the entire night with Stephanie. Uh,
Hmm.
you had the one match, the injury angle, kind of the main event set up for Stand and Deliver. But like men's wise, the triple threat, the Oba trick and Oba stuff was pretty good, and Ethan Page, I think like the men's matches, the only match that was big for the men were Ethan Page and Adrian Chase.
Yeah,
I
I agree with that.
mean, Joanne Devlin versus King was all right. The tag match was all right, but overall, it was a good show. Yeah, that's pretty much it for our NXT live reaction. Sean Lee says 7 out of 10. Uh, yeah, it was a good show. We will be back for uh, we're just on the All Elite Zone. We will be back for the WrestleZone Unfiltered. We were out last week, but we'll be back for WrestleZone Unfiltered on the All Elite Zone. I don't know if we'll be back for SmackDown. I don't know if I want to put myself through that.
I don't know, kind of. I must say, I don't know, man. That's we got to see. We got to see like two consistently good shows, and we're like, okay, we'll do.
In a, in a way, I want to do it because they're gonna have a contract signed with CM Punk, Roman, and Rollins, but
Oh
they
yeah, that's right.
did something like that last Friday, and then it was just the same pull apart brawl. Same. How many times have we seen a pull apart brawl? Like Rhea does it,
Ooh.
and Io
Yeah, yeah.
Punk does it, Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, Tiffany and Charlotte. I mean,
Hmm.
golly, how many pull apart brawls do you need? Uh, they do it way too much. But we'll see. Maybe we'll do SmackDown. If we do SmackDown, definitely check our links in the description below. The Wide World of Wrestling is on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube right here. Definitely check us out in all those links in the description below. Uh, I'm hoping to be back for the Pod Champs. We were originally supposed to be back this last Saturday, but I've been out of town without my laptop for the longest time. Uh, so that's why we haven't been able to do much stuff. Uh, but I plan on making that up this week. So definitely check out some new content coming up this week. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, we will possibly see you guys Friday for SmackDown.
Peace.
Gee.